A student starts walking to his university 12 kilometres from his house. He leaves at 06:54 and arrives at the university in time for his first class at 07:30. For the first part, he starts running at 5 kilometres per hour. However, he easily gets out of breath, and so he travels the remaining part of his journey by taxi, travelling at an average speed of 30 kilometres per hour. Let x be the distance the taxi travels. A. What is the total time for the journey in hours? B. Find an expression for the time taken for the run. C. Find an expression for the time taken for the taxi ride. D. Form an equation for the total time to find how far he did travel by taxi. So, we need to find the time from 06:54 to 07:30, which is 36 minutes, but we need to express that in hours. So that's 36 out of 60 hours, which is equal to 3/5 of an hour. B. X is the distance of the taxi ride. Therefore, the distance of the run, so if this is home, this is school, this is 12 kilometres. So if X is the distance of the taxi ride, then if this is 12, this distance here will be 12 minus X. Now, speed is equal to distance divided by time, which means that time is distance over speed. So time taken for the run, T run, is going to be 12 minus X, which is the distance, divided the speed for that, which is 5 kilometers per hour. So that time will be 12 minus X over 5. This is the distance, and this is the speed that he ran up. The time taken for the taxi ride is going to be equal to X, which is the distance of the taxi ride, divided by its average speed, which is 30 kilometers per hour. And that is the time taken for the taxi ride. Now, for part D, we've got to form an equation and solve it. So we know that T for the run, the time for the run plus time for the taxi ride must be equal to the total time. So, the time for the run was 12 minus X over 5 from up here. The time for the taxi ride will be X over 30, X over 30. And the total time taken was 3/5 of an hour. Remember, that was the time from 6:54 to 7:30. Right, so we need to solve this equation. So we've got 5, 30 and 5. So let's multiply the whole equation through by 30. So you need to multiply every term through by 30. So it's 30, 12 minus X over 5. Plus 30 brackets X over 30 is equal to 30 times 3 over 5. Going over the page, writing the same thing down again. Now the 5 and the 30 will cancel, because our whole idea of multiplying through by 30 is to remove any fraction. So we've now got 6 times this bracket. The 30s will cancel out, so we just got an X here, and 5 will go into 36 times. 6 times 3 is 18, so we end up having to solve 6 brackets 12 minus X plus X is equal to 18. Spanning the bracket, so we do 6 times 12, which is 72, 6 times X, which is minus 6X, 6 times minus X is minus 6X, plus X is equal to 18. Now minus 6X plus X makes minus 5x, and that's still equal to 18. Right, we've got minus 5x. We're going to make that positive by first adding 5x to both sides of the equation. So this side will just become 72, and this side will become 18 plus 5x. Now subtracting 18 from both sides, subtracting 18, we're going to get 72 minus 18, which is 54, and then 18 minus 18, which is just going to give me 5x. Dividing both sides by 5, so we've got 54 divided by 5, which is 10.8. So we've got 10.8 kilometers, and therefore x is equal to 10.8 kilometers. So our conclusion is that the distance travelled by the taxi was 10.8 kilometers, and therefore the distance he actually ran was 12 minus 10.8, 1.2 kilometers. After 1.2 kilometers, he ran out of breath. Okay, so this has been a video to show you how to form a fractional equation from a word problem, and then the technique for solving it.